I wanted to talk today because I want to bring up a story that my grandmother told me many years ago about energy, how energy works. As we sit in this church and people sit across churches in the United States, long before there were churches there on that property, Spirit walked that property. They walked the barriers of it, they walked around the property, and they blessed it. So every space that is spiritual, that's connected to spiritual energy, has already been visited by Spirit long before we decided to build a building on that property. The energy had already been there. In Cassadaga, it was the Mocha Indians that were there long before we ventured, or long before Colby ventured there to find the camp. Same thing with Lilydale, same thing with different spiritualist organizations. Native Americans were there, and Spirit was there. And usually the energy goes to the four corners of the vibration. It goes to the four corners. And usually Spirit will go and bless the four corners of the space. And it encourages Spirit, and every time they walk on the property, it increases the energy. So, years before you built this church, this building that's built on this property, Spirit had already walked the property and blessed it. So when you walk into the church, when you walk around the property, when you're in the building, Spirit has already walked there and left energy in that space. We have to realize that in our lives, people came before you ventured to this earth plane. You, Spirit, came and walked in the path that you were to walk. They walked here long before you were here. So when you ventured and you were born and you ventured onto this earth plane, they had already walked in the space that you were walking. They'd already blessed it. They already encouraged it. So they'd already been there. And we have to realize that we have been blessed long before we even got here. We've been blessed on our journey. We just look at our journey as being a little bit crazy every once in a while. We don't really understand that Spirit has already blessed our journey. It's how we look at the journey, how we perceive the journey. I have clients who will tell me, "Oh, Lewis, my life is so bad." No, it's not bad. It's just you don't realize that you have to ask Spirit, what do I need to learn from this journey? What do I need to learn from it? Not what's happening to me, but what did I need to learn from that situation in my life? And kind of allow that energy to propel itself in your vibration. But my grandmother used to say that I was blessed. I was always blessed. I always will be blessed. And everybody will always be blessed. We just have to realize how much blessing can we attract. How much are we going to pull into our vibration? Do we look down on our lives? Do we move in a different direction? As spiritualists, we have our 9 principles we read. Whether you agree with all the principles or not, we still read them. We put them in motion. But not everyone's going to agree with every word, every vibration of what we perceive as our declaration of principle. They'll take pieces of it out, put pieces of vibration together to make it work for them, work for their path, their journey on this vibration. When we do the four agreements, be impeccable with your word. So, impeccable with what word? What we're telling people, what we're explaining to them, or is it the word we're telling ourselves? That voice within ourselves telling ourselves what we're supposed to do. Is that the word that we must listen to? We have to realize that everything in our lives has been pretty much planned. We go, oh boy, I have free will and choice. Oh, geez, that's it, I'm done. It has pretty much been planned for you to cross paths with people, have people enter your life to help you, to encourage you, and for you to enter their life to help and encourage them. But it's how you perceive the journey. It's how you recognize the journey towards it, you can run away from it. It's up to you how you perceive it. You can crawl all you want, but pretty soon you'll have to stand up and go, my God, that was awful. So once in a while you'll have to do something to alleviate yourself of torture in your life. People torture themselves. They torture themselves with situations that they have no control over. You picked your family tree. You could have had a little control over that, but you picked them anyway. You picked your people in your life. You picked your friends. You picked your relationships. You picked your husbands. You picked your wives. You picked your kids. You picked all this. Even though you weren't shopping at the good part of the store, you still picked them. You still brought them into the vibration. But it's how you perceive it. Everybody has their own way of looking at life. And we have to realize that we have to be respectful of their way of looking at it. But we always have to realize that we are the ones that are going to forge our path ahead. What did I ask our guides for whatever we need in our lives? Your guides have ventured here long before you got here. They cleared a path for you. They managed situations for you. They didn't just drop you from the spirit world and you appeared here and all of a sudden you were all by yourself. No, no. They sent guides with you. They sent angelic presence with you. They sent family members who had long passed to spirit and you were part of their family. They were with you. A whole group of people were here on the earth plane to greet you when you ventured and you were born here. A whole group. And we lose sight of that in our lives because we have so much stuff going on in our life, but we lose sight that we were gathered here. People gathered and welcomed us here, and people will gather and welcome us home. We lose sight of that there is a group of people who just love us to death. Not everybody in this lifetime is going to love you. Not everybody. Well, somebody else will love them just over there. We don't have to hope that everybody in this lifetime is going to agree with what we say. Let people off the hook. Move on with your journey. If people follow you, great. If not, it's going to be peaceful. You won't have to listen to them. Venture off on your journey in your life. Don't tell yourself that it's terrible. Tell yourself how good it can be. That's what we should do. Do, in the four agreements, do your best. Now, people read these things and they kind of understand that, but do your best for you. What is your best for you? When you meditate, you're not going to meditate like everyone else, but do your best for your vibration. Whatever you perceive in your life, ask for your highest and best. Highest and best and nothing else. For you. For your vibration. Because you are on that path. You're on that journey. Sometimes your journey takes a little side road, off-road. But you can always get back to the road. You can always find your way back to the road. Sure, we get off the road every once in a while, but we can find our way back. But we can ask our guides for guidance. Some people are afraid to look at our guides. I had people in my class the other night. I said, well, just look up, look at the person and see if you can see spirit. Oh, I don't want to leave. I don't want to see spirit. You're in a mediumship class. Well, no. Maybe you should. Maybe you're in the wrong class. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. Well, you're in the class to see them. It's the same thing with your guides. They're sitting and standing in front of you. Look up every once in a while. Look up at them. Talk to them. Have a discussion with your guides. If your life isn't working for you, it isn't your guide's fault. You just haven't looked at them. You haven't asked them. You haven't asked them for something. You aren't looking at situations around you. Things appear in your life repetitiously. It's all psychometry. It's repetitiously situations appear in your life. The more energy you place in the vibration, the more energy appears. Remember, Spirit came here long before you were here. They walked your path. They walked it. They made sure all the branches and all the crazy stuff was off the path. They did their best. They walked the path for you. They cleaned it, they worked on it to get it ready for you when you ventured here. Same thing as they're doing now. They're still going out ahead of you, even though you've tossed stuff out ahead of you to block the path and journey the path. They are busy trying to clear the path for you. So you allow things to appear in your life. That's what Spirit does. They do things repetitiously in your life to get your attention long before you get to the event up ahead. There's a sign up ahead. Please read the sign. Please read the sign up ahead. Because that's what they're doing. They're putting signs ahead of you before you get to the event. So you can make good and rational decisions. Sometimes we think that we are in service of others. Put the Band-Aids away. Put all your gauze tape away. Put your little nurse's hat away. Do all that stuff. And every once in a while say, I'm off duty. I'm done. Off duty today. Because sometimes we have to be off duty. We have to be with ourselves because of our vibration in our lives. We have to say, no, I'm done for the day. I need to take a breath. Take a breath every once in a while. You can't run constantly. You'll burn yourself out. You can't be a medium and healer and tell yourself, I'm open 24/7. You got to close the door every once in a while, or dim the lights, or put a close sign for 5 minutes on the front door and run to the back room and sit down and breathe. Other than that, you have to take a moment for yourself. Take a moment. Ask your guides if there's something I haven't seen, something I should be doing, something I should be putting in motion. Could you please show me? Have them show you. Have them connect to your vibration. When I teach spiritualism, I've been in this most of my life. And I agree with the religion, but I still have my own thoughts of what I believe in. Other people might say, I don't believe in that. But I don't care. I don't worry me. That I'm going to let it worry me that you don't believe in something that I might believe in. I'm on my journey. If you want to join me, fine, great, fine, wonderful. But sometimes we have to realize that we're not going to pull everybody with us. You're going to follow your own direction in your life. Your own vibration in your life. Trust yourself. You have to trust the energy that's appearing in your vibration. You know, when the guides entered here, they went to the four corners of your energy field, your vibration that you would have brought here with you. They planted flowers and trees and all kinds of stuff in those four corners of your vibration. They had growth. Now the plants, everything on the four corners of your vibration feeds everyone. It has fruit, it has different things in the four corners of your vibration giving back to you. People on the spirit side of life who have not arrived back here, they were afraid to come back here. You guys are scouts. You have ventured here. People in the spirit world applaud you because you came here. You came back here to do it. So you are on a scouting journey for yourself. A lot of it is like lessons, challenges that you need to go through in your life. But there's all kinds of different vibrations of how to go through it. You can go through the door, they've lit up. Please come here. Or you can look at some of the other doors and go, maybe we'll go there. And then you don't think it works right. But you saw the door lit up, that they wanted you to go through. That's why you listen to your guides. Listen to your higher self. Your higher self will guide you in your direction within your life. Higher self always has the advantage. It's always connected to the spirit world. If I'm talking to somebody's grandmother, if I'm talking to her grandmother here, and somebody in this audience over here, you happen to be her great-grandmother from a lifetime, you're going to speak from the spirit side of life. You have been reborn, you're here now, but you were her grandmother in a past life, in a past incarnation. You will speak from your higher self. That's how it works in spirit. Sometimes you're there, sometimes you're here, or somewhere else. But you will speak. We're all kind of related in some way, some fashion. We're related to people in our lives. Look around this church. You're related to these people. been somewhere with them before. You've been in some incarnation, some place, some vibration, something for that energy field before. You've been there. So they're here to affect your life. There are people here around this church, behind this church, somewhere around this church, that you will never break bread with. You will never see. You'll never cross paths with them. You'll never have a connection to them. Because they are not on your journey. They're not in your part of town. But they will live their lives, live and encourage your life and be here on this earth plane, and you will never have a connection to them. You're here in this church today. You got a connection to these people. I hope you like them. I hope you like everybody here, but they're a part of your group now. You ventured in here. So you have people that are going to follow you throughout your life to have some kind of connection with. The stronger the connection, the better it is. But you will have that connection to individuals. But cut your own path, cut your own journey to the Spirit. Wherever you're going, cut it. Wave a little flag. Venture people to your path. That's what you need to do. But you want certain people to follow you. You'd like people to follow you. Not lonely out on the path all by yourself, but you'd like people to follow you on your journey. So you want to kind of wave the flag. You don't want to be too crazy. You don't want to be too wild, you know. You want to be kind of civil with people. My grandmother and my mother used to say, always treat people with the respect that they deserve and the respect that you expect from them. Respect is earned. It's not just given to individuals on this earth plane. Sometimes you have to take care of people, but sometimes other people can step up and take care of them for you. So don't get yourself entangled in situations within your life. Ask yourself, is this for my highest and best? Is this for my highest and best? Is it something I need to do? And you'll get the answer if you listen. If you listen hard enough, you'll get the answer of what Spirit wants you to do. It's like I was pastor at Colby Temple for a number of years. But I finally kind of retired from it and let somebody else take it over. But I'm happy I did because I get to travel, I get to go have fun, I get to enjoy myself, I get to have fun, I'm not stuck. So it's when you are in your life and you're looking at something going, oh, I feel stuck here. Change it, fix it. If you're miserable on the path, then the guides will be miserable with you. No sense of having a whole group of people around you miserable. I'd rather have a bunch of happy people trying to push me down the path than a bunch of miserable people with duct tape. So best just kind of try to get everybody on your path. At least be happy is where you are. If not happy, at least be content to be able to look for something else that will encourage you on your journey. Everybody has a purpose on this earth plane. If you're breathing right now, you're here for a purpose. If you're not breathing, we'll call 911. You'll still be here because we'll all be excited because they'll be coming in to get you. So we'll still be here. So the question is, if you're here, you're making a difference. You're making a difference in the earth plane. You're making a difference in the spirit world. If you're here, you're making a difference. So ask your guides, what is the difference I need to make? What should I do? What would you have me to do? Well, you might have to work only a couple of hours a day, and the rest of the time you get to go play. Don't think you have to work 24/7. Work as long as you feel comfortable, then move on. Same thing when I was taught meditation in my life. Sit as long as you feel comfortable sitting. If it's for 2 minutes, make it a good 2 minutes. If it's a half hour, make it a good half hour. But sit as long as you feel comfortable sitting for spiritual work. Don't force yourself to do it because you'll give it up. I've been in this business a long time. There are so many people that are no longer in the business because they got discouraged. They got discouraged with working with spirit. They got discouraged because they tried to follow somebody else's path, somebody else's journey. Oh, I'll be like them. I'm I'm going to read like them. Oh, I'm going to heal like they do. Oh, No. You will heal like you. You will read like you. You will connect to spirit like you. So, don't make assumptions that everybody else should be on your path. Don't make assumptions that you're kind of just wish people well. My mother used to say, smile and make them wonder what you're up to. Do that. Because if you do that, I'll tell you a story. We came back from Georgia one time. Our neighbor across the street swore to God, my mother was an alcoholic, and she was bringing home moonshine. So we stopped at a place that got a bunch of plastic bottles, filled them full of water, filled the whole back part of the car with it. And my mother she'd open up the trunk and she'd keep pulling out all these plastic bottles. And this lady was between her blinds and she was looking, thought it was pretty. And my mother just got such a kick out of that because this one must have thought my mother was a real drunk because she was pulling all these bottles into the house. But she would do that. She would do that. She would do things just to get, especially if you were in her business, you want to be in my business? I'll show you. And that's who she was. And sometimes in our thing, we just have to have fun with it. We have to enjoy our journey. It shouldn't be all like tense. Because I got people that do mediumship work, and you watch them trying to do mediumship work, and the veins on their head are all twisted, and their throat's all, and they're trying so hard. So I said, relax, take a breath. You don't have to do it that hard. Like, oh, don't do it that way. Because there's no reason for that. Because Spirit wants to be there. Like I said, they followed you here. They walked on your path. They know where you're going to walk. They're going to try to help to clear the path for you so you'll have a nice and peaceful journey. That's why you have to talk to them. Talk to your higher self. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. If you start answering yourself, you got a problem. Talk to yourself. Talk to you, and then see where you feel best going. Then allow Spirit to open the path ahead of you. They'll move the limbs, the things off the path, so you have a journey to where you think you should be. But always ask your guides, this or better. I feel this is good for me, but you got something better planned, let's do that. This or better. Don't just say, oh, no. Highest and best. I'd like to have this guide, so if you got something better planned for me, I'll take that. And ask your guides, because they want to speak to you. When you go to sleep tonight, when your feet are still flat on the floor, before you start your dream state, while your feet are still flat, walking to the bed or sitting on the side of the bed, state to your guides what you'd like to dream about. What would you like information about? And then say, I'd like to remember my dreams. Because you could go to sleep, you're going to travel anyway, might as well remember where you're going. So say you'd like to remember them, and then start keeping a dream journal. Keep a dream journal for yourself, especially if it keeps being repetitious, you keep saying the same thing, which your guides are trying to get your attention. Same thing with your day-to-day life. You see something today, and then you see it again, and you see it again, they're trying to get your attention. All you have to do is just, every once in a while, pay attention. Pay attention. Think of your guides with a great big yardstick in a Catholic school and a nun sitting there going, pay attention. They don't want to hit you with the yardstick. They just want you to pay attention. And that's what we need to do in our lives. Every once in a while, be good to yourself. Treat yourself, respect. The next road sign will come up shortly. Make your decision, which is best for you, and move down that path. If you have to leave everybody behind, it means new people are coming. Wonderful people are coming in your life. They're going to bless you. They're going to love you. They're going to encourage you. Why stay with the naysayers when you can move with the ones that are talking positive? I leave that with God.